Death by Natural Causes by Manship. She's sitting staring at the door. The steep staircase of this Victorian terrace house lies beyond. The noises are definitely rhythmic. Footsteps. The other noise is the sound of her heartbeat, thudding in her chest and resounding in her ears. It's directly overhead now, definitely footsteps. She realizes she is holding her breath, but fear is stopping her exhaling. Her heartbeat is louder, quicker. Can fear cause fainting, she thinks? Will she be found dead in her beautifully decorated front room by her husband upon his return from his night shift at work? Oh God, now she hears voices. Muffled but distinctly from above, she rubs her arms, realizing she is sprouting goosebumps all over. The room feels cold, despite the heating blaring from the large radiator just to her right. She listens carefully. All appears quiet again. She remonstrates with herself. This is an old Victorian terrace. Noise travels. This was probably just that. Her neighbours thumping their way up their stairs. Whilst talking to each other, her heartbeat slows to a normal pace and her breathing becomes steady. She smiles to herself, relief flooding through the whole of her body. She won't tell anyone, they will laugh. But she admits she is uncomfortable in this old house on her own. The noises are always loudest at night. But she argues with herself, isn't everything more exaggerated at night? She turns the sound back on the TV. It is showing the news. She watches but not really seeing, and her heart almost stops. The noise above is loud. The male voice is really clear. Get out. She covers her mouth to stifle the scream that threatens to escape. Bang, bang, bang. It was moving across the floor of the room directly above her. Bang, bang, thud, thud. It is moving onto the stairs. Oh my, it is coming down the stairs. She has nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Sweat beads peppered her forehead. She's back to staring at the door, listening to the rhythmic thud of the footsteps on those steep stairs of this Victorian terrace house. Her breath held longer than a champion free diver. The handle. Did that turn? Was it her imagination? The noise stopped. Had it gone away? Or had it reached its destination? Whispering. She could hear whispering. She moved her leaden feet across the carpet, slowly to the panelled door, the only thing now separating her and what lay beyond. Oh, the cold, it was freezing. She could see little plumes of cold condensation escaping from her mouth. She rested her ear against the door, careful not to make a sound, convinced that whoever was beyond that door would be able to hear her thumping heart and erratic breathing. Scratching? Is that scratching? She can hear the whispering, but cannot make out the words. It sounds like a chant. The scratching is directly against her ear, and she pulls back sharply. The handle is turning. She is screaming, but no sound is being made. She stumbles backwards, just as the door bursts open inwards. The sight before her makes the blood in her veins turn to ice before it engulfs her in its blackness. She will be found in the morning in her beautifully decorated front room by her husband upon his return from his night shift. Her death certificate will show death by natural causes. But was it? What do you think? Let us know in the comments.